Well, hi there, this is Chase Swift, and in this video I would like to share my experience and teach you how to make money as a photographer. Now, I've been a freelance photographer since 1985, and this is my one of the agencies I work with. These are my photos. As you can see, it says Chase Swift. And basically, the type of photography I enjoy most is freelance stock photography. In other words, I take photographs that I believe will have marketing value or value to the marketplace for magazines, calendars, brochures, advertising, tourist destinations, all sorts of stuff. So I photograph a variety of things. I do love the wildlife and nature, but it's really hard. It's harder, I should say, to make it your exclusive focus just to be a wildlife nature photographer. So the best things to photograph are people involved in some, in some capacity, okay? Whether it be, doing what they do is riding a horse and jumping or hunting or whatever. So the other things are backgrounds, such as this water drop, that are very interesting and graphically appealing, but that also have room for a headline such as like a magazine, or for commercial advertising purposes, a title or a some text up here would be ideal. Okay, so always keep that in mind. Now, I have found that an agency works best for me because they get requests for all types of photographs. I just have to concentrate on the picture taking aspect of the business. So it allows me to be very, it allows me to photograph whatever I want to, and it gives me a lot of freedom to photograph things that are of interest to me, such as gold coins, which can illustrate the concept of wealth. Okay, so you need to do things in a very well-lit, professional consideration of your, layout and composition and stuff like that. You never know exactly what a person's going to like or what an advertiser or magazine is going to use, but you want to give them basic good concepts with lots of negative space so that they can use the images and use text and headlines and things like that. Now, not everything has to be vertical. Sometimes you can do the same with horizontals. Okay, leave room for, it's called the rule of thirds, where an image leads into and there's room around the image to place maybe some extra text which could describe the photograph better. Okay, so what can you make as a photographer, as a freelance photographer? Well, if you do a good job and create images that are marketable and needed in the marketplace, you can do very well. I would say 30, 40, 50, 60, $70,000 a year. Now, it'll take some time. It's taken me actually years to collect really high quality images that are sharp, well focused, colorful, and interesting. So again, I love the wildlife, but you're just not going to make enough money, okay, from that. You have to involve, I would say, people in enjoying the outdoors, enjoying whatever they do. That's when you can do the best. And when you photograph people and you want to put them up for sale on a stock photography website, they need, the more they are model released, meaning the person photographed has given you specific rights or agrees that you can photograph them and use the photographs for commercial purposes, that's great. Now, here is a hotel inside the hotel. I can't even think what it is right now, and I will remember because it's sorry, I have to click on it because I can't remember. It's why can't I think of that? Anyway, it's a very famous hotel, and unfortunately it's in Nashville, Tennessee. Gosh, I can't even think. Apologize, this is a bad video because I don't know. It's just hard to think of all these things when you're doing a video. But you don't have to get the model release of the hotel. In fact, they won't give it to you. So this image is more for editorial use rather than commercial use. Your commercial uses will earn you more money, such as an organic onion field, okay, or such as a model release student studying or taking an exam, okay. The wildlife and the natures and the animals, they're still good, but you just won't earn as much over time than you will if you photograph people and have model releases. Now this has a model release signed by the parent, okay, so if you're under 18, you can't sign it yourself, okay. So these are just some sample photographs, many of which have done very well, some of which you'll be surprised that they maybe don't sell as often, or maybe it took you a lot to take the photograph, or maybe it's just lucky, or any number of things, but that doesn't matter. It's what the marketplace needs, and this happens to be, it's kind of surprisingly, one of my better selling images. It sells nearly every month, and I've loved it. It's one of my favorites. So you just never know, okay? But sometimes you take photographs that you would think, oh man, this is awesome. I mean, I got 2 running tigers, and it just hasn't sold as much as others have. But you just got to take that with, just as a learning experience, okay? So I'm going to put some links into my portfolio here on Corbis. If you have a specific idea or question, feel free to ask about it in the comments of this YouTube video. Okay, this is also one of my other better selling images, model released. Even though it's a silhouette, it's still model released, which means it can be used commercially for advertising. And Corbis has a lot of advertisers that will buy, images for $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, depending on the terms of the license. Okay, so I thought I'd just share some of my better images. And the other thing I am doing is teaching people how to earn a significant income from the internet, in addition to what they're learning to do, earning to make money as a photographer. So you can just go to Win with Chase. I don't even know where I have that. Can't see it. Right there at the top. That's why I couldn't see it. Anyway, if you're interested in earning a significant or part-time income from the internet, I would advise you to do that. It's one thing to take great photographs to get paid, but sometimes it just takes time. And while you're doing that, you could be earning a secondary income like I do online. So I encourage you to check that out. There's information in the description of this video. And if you do have any questions about what to photograph, or who to join, or what terms, or what things to photograph, or that type of thing, feel free to comment in the description of this video, and I would be glad to answer that as best I can. So thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye for now.